doing tonight. I used to do weekly live chats, but I haven't in a while, so I thought I need to get that started again. There's the lights. Sorry I forgot to turn this stuff on before I started, but really I hit the go live button before I was ready, and then I was just like, oh, okay, gotta wing it. But hello to anyone that's watching tonight. I'm drinking Sierra Nevada Celebration Fresh Hop IPA. A nice little IPA. Hey, Musty fan, how are ya? Welcome to the chat. But I've just been drinking this one all evening, so I'm about to open a new one for our chat. Cheers to you all. Aventuras Vela Gallando Caminos. Hello, hello. Hi, how are ya? Musty fan says, looks good. I had some white wine. Oh, that's nice. The best sound in the world. A cold beer cracking open. Jorge! Cheers, Maddie. Is you merry or is y'all jolly? I would say I'm a bit more to the jolly side this fine evening. Thank you for asking. Ventura said, yeah, haha, hee hee, yeah, kind of hard name. Thanks for trying. I like it though. Clint said, good evening from East Texas. Hi, Clint. Welcome. What part of East Texas do you live in? I have spent a lot of time in Austin and Houston. How is everyone doing tonight? How is your warm winter evenings going? Gabe says, hello, haven't seen you in a while. Merry Christmas. Same to you, Gabe. Same to you. Yeah, with getting ready for the documentary, I've been busy. Clint says around the Tyler Longview area. Oh, okay, very cool. I don't know where either of those are, but sounds nice. This is so nice going live from a house this time. It's so much warmer. I don't have to worry about wind noise. I do feel kind of strange being on screen and not like having nature in the background though. Musty says, just finished up dinner, staying cozy inside. It's -10 outside here in Iowa. Oh my goodness. That sounds very cold. Yeah, it's supposed to get really cold here too. I don't remember the exact temperature, but it's gonna be cold these next couple days. That's for sure. So, how is everyone's December going? Are y'all busy? Are y'all enjoying the holidays? Bob Puckett says, stay safe in the cold this weekend. I will. I am gonna stay inside all day tomorrow, and then I'm going to my parents for Christmas. That's gonna be fun. And Christmas Eve, of course. Yeah, it's gonna be a nice time. I finished like the final touches on all my family's gifts earlier today, so I'm really excited about giving them that. What about you all? Do you guys have any presents you're excited to give this year? Clint says, getting cold here, down in the teens right now. Supposed to get around 8 tonight. It was just 45. That sounds crazy. Yeah, it was in the 50s earlier today, and now I know it's dropping below 10. I know. Musty saying, what are the best Christmas treats you've had so far? Ooh, I don't know. The Christmas party I was talking about at my aunt's house. I was talking about it in my video I just posted yesterday. But at that party, it was really fun, and they had really good spinach dip that my uncle made. What is it? Artichoke spinach dip. So good. Loved it. Gabe says, no beer tonight. Red wine for a bit. Oh, cool. Very Christmassy. Gabe also says, Los Angeles is way too warm. Oh, that must break the Christmas mood a little bit. Musty says, I got my brother a pack of craft beer from a local brewery. Oh, that's fun. how did you choose which particular beer to get from the brewery? Did it have a fun name, or did it seem like a good style? What was your deciding factor there? But it's so nice to be inside for a little bit. I feel extra warm, more than I usually do inside. And I think it's just because my body is used to being out in the cold and the wind. Even though I was in Arizona for a long time, still I would have to stand outside in the cold to make dinner, and then I would, once I was done eating, I would sit with my sleeping bag over my lap in the evening. Musty said I knew he hadn't tried this one, and had a cute design on the box. A squirrel. Oh, that sounds nice. Very woodsy. Yeah. Sounds like a good time. What about everybody else? What are you excited to give this year? And is anyone here, I guess give is especially associated with Christmas, but is anyone here celebrate a different holiday? Let's chat about that. Hi, internet person. How you doing? Welcome. Clint said would love to be in Arizona right now. Well, when I left Arizona, it was about to be cold. I knew that if I stayed, it would be too cold to be comfortable in my van. So I don't know exactly what temperature, but it's not exactly comfortable there. I can tell you that much. Oh, Brian says Festivus for the rest of us. That sounds cool. Sounds like a lot of fun. If you want to talk more about that, I'm very interested, but if you don't feel like getting into it, Jerry says Feliz Navidad. Thank you. Same to you. Yeah, I've just, let's see, what have I done today? I've been just, I guess just winding down from the trip. I had some stuff to get done today, but didn't do a lot of it. I did mail my latest giveaway, my latest beer giveaway, so that was something I got done. But other than that, I've just been laying around all day. What about you all? What are you up to? Oh, Troy says, -48, real feel in Wisconsin. Oh my goodness, that sounds crazy. Hey, Tiny Fairy. Glad to see ya. Glad you're here. How have you been? Cassie says, have you made it to Chico, California? No, but it's funny you mentioned Chico because I'm drinking Sierra Nevada and I'm pretty sure it's in Chico and someplace in North Carolina and Chico. Yep. Sierra Nevada Brewing Co., Chico, California, and Mills River, North Carolina. So, no, I haven't been there, but I am drinking the beer from there. And although, now that you say that, it does sound familiar, and I did live in California for a little bit, so I might have been and just not know it. Northern California has the Sierra Nevada. Oh, yeah, which one we're just talking about. I live in North Dakota. We have way below zero temps and blizzards tomorrow. Oh my goodness, it's gonna be freezing everywhere in the U.S. Clint says, not a gift person, but love to just hang out and visit with family and friends. Oh, good. That's great to hear. Tiny Fairy says, Wisconsin here too. Snowstorm and really cold. Oh my goodness. Stay warm. Hope you have lots of blankets. Brian says, we air our grievances during Festivus at the family dinner. Always fireworks. Can't wait. Sounds interesting. Sounds exciting. Oh no, -5 degrees in Iowa. R.I.P. Oh my goodness. Everywhere is so cold. Jorge says, this stream is too cozy. Anyone else whipping out the top shelf? And I haven't seen your name before. Gertha Kyan says, hey Maddie, hello. How would you pronounce your username? Or do you have another name you would like me to call you? Sometimes people tell me I get used to their usernames, and then they're like, oh, by the way, I'm blah blah blah, and I only remember a few of them, but I remember some of them. That's important. And Cassie says, is that a celebration ale? It sure is. Yup. Getting in the holiday spirit. Although it doesn't, I wouldn't say the taste is Christmassy. The packaging, you got the cozy warm cabin, and the red, but it's just a normal IPA. It's a little drier than I usually drink, and I was impressed that this Gerthin is mad. Okay, good. That's a lot easier to say. Otto says, even though I cannot stay, you look so good, Maddie, and happy. Cheers. Well, thank you. I am doing good. Tiny Fairy, what am I drinking? Oh, you missed it. Celebration Fresh Hop IPA by Sierra Nevada. This is an empty can. This is the one I'm actually drinking. But it's the same thing. Alrighty. Top Shelf 1942. Oh, very good. Aldo says, is BetterHelp paying you to wear that? No, but they did send it to me for Christmas or for the holiday season, and I just love having new things. It's like, I don't know if y'all have had a new sweatshirt in a while, but it is so much softer than a sweatshirt that has been washed a few times. It's so nice, and it doesn't have any stains on it, which is very rare for me. You know that I always wear a white crew neck sweatshirt with a little blue logo. Looking back at my past videos, I wear that so much, but that one has tons of stains on it. So I'm glad to have actually something clean for a little bit. Oh goodness, where were we? Tiny Fury says, how do you feel being home? Pretty good. Yeah, I've been keeping myself busy every morning. I would rather just lay in bed and never get up, but I've been trying to get out of bed and start making coffee. It's not the best thing for you to do, to have caffeine first thing, but it's what gets me out of bed. And then, yeah, it's been pretty good being back home, to answer your question. Pretty good. Clint said, what advice would you give to someone wanting to start van life? Well, I think if you're going solo, minivan is the best vehicle you could have because it saves a lot of money, and especially Toyota Sienna is all-wheel drive. And unless you really want a lot of space, unless you really need to be able to walk around, but I think it's good. Also, save up, pay a lot of attention to what people put out, mistakes I made during van life, and just all stuff like that. But I think really just whatever happens, it might be hard. There's going to be bumps in the road, but you'll handle it. Oh man, I'm getting so behind on questions or things people are saying. Hey Les, welcome. Cassie says cheers. Thank you. Same to you. If you're drinking, I guess. Jorge says, Maddie, have you ever had any paranormal experiences out on the road while camping? I feel like I've told this story a lot, but this was years ago when I lived and worked in California. We took like a staff trip. This place I worked, there were a bunch of people, most of us liked the outdoors, so we took a staff trip to Joshua Tree National Park. And while we were camping, we saw an asteroid, or really just a pink light in the sky. I think it was an asteroid, but it was moving slower than a shooting star and kind of getting brighter and dimmer back and forth. So people were like, what the heck is that? Is that aliens? Getting kind of freaked out. I was preoccupied. I had just broken up with someone that was also on that camping trip, and he was being really mean to me and pretending like I didn't exist. So I was like in my head a little bit and not having my UFO experience. And that's so rude to rob me of a paranormal experience, but that's my closest experience. Maybe I saw a UFO, maybe I didn't. Rod said hello from Central Florida. Hey Rod, hope all is well. Oli Sirius says hi Maddie. Oh man, it's so late for you. Where do you live? Over in Europe? Travis said Happy New Year's. Thank you. Same to you. And Tiny Fury says, I remember the mouse you catch. It was so cute. It was cute. I was just thinking of that because I heard rain on these windows and it sounded like a mouse chewing on something. And I was like, what was that? And so I was thinking about that mouse just a few minutes ago. Gabe says, lots of satellites over California. I don't know. Satellites to me usually seem like they're a white light. They're very steady. They're going the same speed. It's just one white light. It's very small. Same size as the star. And this light was like pretty large. So I don't know. If it was anything, I think it was an asteroid and it was just burning a different color than usual because of what was inside it. If you don't know how they make fireworks, is burning different metals. And I'm wondering if this particular asteroid had like minerals in it that would have burned pinkish instead of usual white or yellow type things you see in a shooting star. Alrighty, so Erica says hi. Hello, Erica. How are you today? Glad you're here. CEO of Memes is here too, and Tanya, and my so-called van life. Hi, you all. Welcome. I'm so glad everyone's here. This is so fun. I haven't done a live in a while, and I'm glad to catch back up with you all. What's up with you? CEO of Memes says, how's it going, Maddie? I'm doing good. Thank you very much. Yep, having a good evening and very warm, even though it's supposed to be cold coming up soon, but yeah, doing good. Rod said, was your mom and dad happy to see you? Yes, that was so fun reuniting with them. Internet person says, I saw that same thing in New Mexico, but it was green. It would have been dope if it were an alien, but I'm pretty sure it's a meteor. Yeah, okay, good. I'm glad you think so too. And it's cool that you saw that in New Mexico because, Roswell is in New Mexico. John Swan says, hi, Maddie. Just finished plowing 10 inches of snow. Oh, man. Expecting 50 below wind chills. I've been chilling by a warm fire. Oh, good, 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 good. Tiny Fury says, are you going live on Christmas? No, I'm just going to be spending that time with my family. I am, a few days after Christmas, though, posting a video about what I'm doing next in the new year. So, I won't be going live on Christmas, but you will hear from me shortly after that. Clint said it was probably aliens. Making a list. Erica says, and maybe it was the International Space Station. I don't know, because it definitely was entering the atmosphere. It wasn't just going past. It had entered the atmosphere. It had a tail. CEO Meme says, also Merry Christmas, Maddie, and Happy New Year. Early, but Thank you. Same to you. Internet person says, Santa, alien. Oh, that's a great connection. Great connection right there. Maybe Santa is an alien and the sleigh is a UFO. I like the way you think. So what was everyone's favorite thing they did today? What have you all been up to? CEO of Meme says, what if it was Santa and his sleigh broke down? Oh my gosh, yes! You're on the same wavelength too. It could have been, except when I saw that, oh gosh, it was like September. But maybe, who knows? My so-called life says favorite thing today was held new dog. Oh, that's so cute. What's your dog's name? Sounds like a lot of fun. Speaking of pets, I am staying with family and I get to hang out with a cat. Oh, Parker, that's your dog's name. That's cute. That must be a lot of fun. Cute name for a dog. What's everybody else been up to today? I haven't been doing much. Staying warm, staying cozy. I did go for a walk today. I was glad of that because it was in the 50s here in Kentucky. Avery, hi, welcome. So, Gabe says getting some dental work. That was painful. Oh no, glad to hear you have red wine to help you through it. Les says just hanging out with my dog. Oh my goodness, Les. You and my so-called van life would get along. Both dog people. In the Texas Panhandle, we have negative 40 wind chill. Oh my. Erica says, sat in my minivan camper, wanting the weather to get warmer so I can go exploring. Oh no, I'm so sorry. You're out in this cold, Erica. That must be not fun at all. Hope you have lots of blankets. Hope you have a way to heat up water and have some hot drinks coming for you. Clint's been just chilling. Very cool, very cool. And a person says, my puppy, oh my gosh, more dogs, officially lost her last baby tooth the other day. Aww. Well, congrats on the milestone. CEO of Meme says, dang, 50 Cent, great in the 30s and it's dropping to the 10s. Well, I'll tell you what, it was 47 degrees today until like 3 o'clock, and then it's going to be like 9 degrees. I can't, my phone is filming right now, so I can't look it up, but it is definitely not 50 degrees anymore. The whole U.S. is going to be really, really cold, I think. Well, maybe just most of it, maybe not all, but the majority. Rod says, still working on my van build. Well, good for you. Keep on working hard. Hope the weather's all right for you. Cassie says, took my 4 kids to an arcade and laser tag. Oh, yay! Cheers. That's great that you got your kids out. I'm sure they appreciated that. Clint said, what advice did you give someone starting a YouTube channel? Oh my gosh, well, it's really, really hard. So the hardest part, I think, is getting to 100 subscribers. And then getting to 1,000. And then it's still hard, but it's not as hard, I think, because people, when they see a video, even if it's something they're searching for, and it only has 30 views, you know, they're very much less likely to click on it. So, it's really hard in the beginning. It's always hard, but the hardest part is beginning. And then, like, if you listen to the Tube Talk podcast, if you watch, I just Google all the time, like, YouTube best practices, what's new in YouTube 2023, and all that. So, there's tons of info out there that will be helpful to you. More than I can say right now is just, my advice right now is to just look into those channels. Tanya says, work, then grocery shopping. Oh my goodness. I went grocery shopping yesterday and it was a madhouse. There were so many people in there. It was a Tuesday. Oh wait, no, I went on Tuesday and it was the middle of the day and it was still so crowded. I did not enjoy it. Bad shopping experience. Avery says it's -3 real temp and -36 wind chill in Minnesota. Just hanging out with my cat, reading the Bible, watching Ryan Hall, y'all weather channel. Oh, that sounds fun. I've never heard of Ryan Hall, y'all, but sounds like a good name. Tanya says it's 26 in southern Indiana, but going to -3, I think, overnight. Oh my goodness, that sounds crazy. Rod is in the 60s. I think you're the only one that's above freezing, Rod. And Tanya says, was going yesterday, but it was crazy. Busy. Still busy tonight, but not too bad. Well, that's good that you got a little break. It can get so crazy this time of year. On Sunday, before my aunt's Christmas party, I went to get ingredients to make mulled wine. I know that I'm known for drinking beer, but I just felt like mulled wine was the thing to do. So I went and got ingredients, but it was so crowded. And then when I got to the party, not that many people drank the mulled wine that I made. But oh well, more for me later. What about you all? Have you been to a lot of holiday parties? Gabe says Los Angeles is 65 now. Oh, really? Okay, well, you're warm too then. Hello, Mark Silvero. Welcome to the chat. Gabe says wine is fine. Tanya never had mulled wine, but it sounds great. It is. It's just red wine, and you heat it up on the stove and put orange slice, cinnamon, and something called star aster or something like that. CEO of Meme says, my family doesn't celebrate the holidays. It sucks. Aw, I'm sorry about that. What I'm hoping for, because I know sometimes the end of December is not the best time of year for people. So what I'm hoping to do is, like, I don't know, with my small little YouTube channel, try to make a drop in the bucket to make it better for people that go through that. So I'm sorry to hear that. Hope it gets better, or hope you find some distraction. Brian says, hello. Oh gosh, I kicked my tripod. Hi Brian, glad you're here. And we got Tanya, been to a really fun Christmas party, gotta go to more. Oh, how cool. Pretz Heisey, oh my goodness. Hello, friend. Hope you're doing good. Avery says, you love Ryan Hall, y'all, on YouTube. Weather guy, down to earth. Oh, great. Alrighty, well, that sounds interesting. I've never heard of a, what's it called? A YouTube about the weather. Pretz Heisey, oh my goodness, I'm so glad you're here. I was actually just talking, for everyone else in the chat, Pretz and I are former co-workers, and I was telling them the story about when we were in J-Tree and we thought we saw a UFO. Do you remember that? And if so, can you talk about that? Oh, okay. They weren't there. Well, I don't really think it was a UFO. I think it was a meteorologist. Or a meteorologist. A meteoroid. Alrighty, so Brian also gives a thumbs up for Ryan Hall. You remember when we got back? Yeah, I bet that was quite an event. Newly says Merry Christmas. Thank you. Same to you. Clint says, who do you think would win in a fight between a taco and a grilled cheese sandwich? Personally, I think a taco, because a grilled cheese, it just has cheese in it. Taco has more ingredients. It's more beefy, so to speak. Jorge says, worst hangover ever story. Oh my goodness. Well, this past Halloween was a pretty bad hangover, except they really are all bad. Internet person agrees with the taco in the fight. Okay, glad you're with me. But back to Jorge's question. This past Halloween, I went out with some friends, and when we We got back, it was normal, but when I woke up the next day, I could not eat or even drink, even water, anything till 5 p.m. It was awful. Hangover rookie, oh my goodness. Yeah, right. Yeah, right that you don't ever get hungover, Clint. Please. What are you, 21 years old? Rod says taco because of the refried beans. Oh, Justin Hikes. Welcome. Happy holidays. Grab a beer and get to hiking. Thank you. Welcome to the chat. Glad you made it. How has everyone been? We got a lot of new people in the chat. I'm very excited. I am staying with family for this time. I'm not going to be in my van. That's what you see behind me. Gabe says alcohol poisoning isn't fun at all. You saying that because you've had it? Yeah, it really sounds not fun. Sounds like a hard time. Although, speaking about the taco or grilled cheese question from earlier, it's making me hungry. I guess I haven't really had dinner tonight. What have you all had for dinner? I need ideas. Avery says, is there snow there? No, not yet, but it's supposed to be raining tonight and then snowy tomorrow and then windy. We will see. Gabe says Del Taco would win. Tanya says, I fixed chicken fajitas. Ooh, that sounds delicious. Rat had lasagna. That's good. I'm thinking I'll just have like peanut butter banana. Oh, my so-called van life had Olive Garden. My boss brought it in. I ate it for lunch too. That sounds delicious. Pret says Casa Basitas tacos. Oh, that sounds so good. Y'all are making me jealous. I did have taquitos for lunch. It was just like, it was frozen. It was in my van forever. That's why I had it today, because I was like, okay, I need to get rid of this. But it was frozen taquitos. You just heat up in the oven. It was so good. That's what I had for lunch. Internet person had orange chicken. Oh, that sounds delicious. Muy deliciosa. Y'all are giving me lots of good ideas. Although I'm probably going to end up just eating a banana or something. You know, it's, Clint says we had a slight snow flurry earlier. No accumulation. I'm already ready for summer already. Oh, I know what you mean, man. Avery said fried breakfast sausages all chopped. And melt a brick of cream cheese and mix, spread on anything or stuff in anything. Oh, that sounds so good. Delicious. Nice. For breakfast today, I had scrambled eggs with mushrooms and spinach. So that sounds really similar to that. Maybe I should remake that meal again. It was so good. Although I'll tell you what, I burned the mushrooms. I'm not a very good cook. I'll be honest with y'all. Until I moved into my van, I didn't really have my own kitchen. So most cooking things, how to cook for myself, I learned so much in the past year and a half. Clint said I had cream of wheat and sausage with toast and pear preserves. Ah, very nice. Sounds good. Sounds good, sounds good. So while I have you all here, I'm interested to know, when you watch a live stream, what do you look for? Why do you like live streams? What makes you click on them to start with, and what makes you stay from them? It looks like Efron says, sup from CH. I don't know where CH is, but welcome very much. Glad you're here. Dondi says, hi from Hawaii. Oh, hi. Glad you're here. Internet person says, cooking on a propane stove is a whole different game. It's so easy to burn food on those things. Yeah, and it's also hard because I'm always nervous about the wind. Or not nervous about the wind. I'm always annoyed with the wind making the flame flicker and using up propane. And in order to preserve that propane, sometimes I turn it a little lower than I think I need to once the pot has already got hot, or the skillet or whatever I'm using. But about these, when I asked what do people like about live streams, my so-called van life said, for a sense of community and break from just watching videos. Okay, very cool, good to know. Oh, back to the lunch talk. Avery said thick, hot ham and cheese sandwich with honey for lunch. That sounds delicious. I've never had hot ham and cheese with honey. That is a great idea. Jorge says, cause you seem real and care about your fan base. Aw, thank you so much. I really do. And I always think about like what can I do to be better. So I'm really glad that you already see that, and thank you so much. Jomi said, cool lights. Have you ever hiked in California? Oh, have I hiked in California? Yes. I've done the Tahoe Rim Trail and the John Muir Trail, also called Numu Poyo. I also lived in Southern California for a little bit, so I've been to most of the national parks in California. I haven't been to Big Sur yet, but I think I've been to all the others. And I haven't been to Death Valley, but I have been to Joshua Tree, Pinnacles, Sequoia, Kings Canyon, Yosemite, and Lassen Volcanic. So, yes, I love California. Probably my favorite. I guess I can't pick a favorite state, but if I had to pick a favorite state, I would say California. Yeah, Press, you get to see a friend. Thank you so much. I'm glad you're here. Internet person says, I like that these are more laid back and personal. We're all just chilling. Okay, very good. Tiny Fairy says, I feel less lonely. I'm an introvert in real life. Very cool. I get that. I'm glad it can make you feel less lonely. Clint says, I'm a bit of an introvert. Just like Tiny Fairy. So live streams help me ask questions and interact. Dream of van life. Just gotta figure out how to make it happen. Yeah, dude, it is so hard. For me, the steps I took were research for a long time, and then once you decide what vehicle you want to get, start looking for that vehicle and then actually buying that vehicle. Once you do that, you're like, okay, I know my dimensions I need to work around, and you can start planning your layout, and then you can take step towards building it. I think winter is a really good time for like sitting back and researching and dreaming about it. I got my van in January of 2021, and I did the build mainly in April and May of that year because it was too cold to go out and do anything. Given if you're more motivated than I am and you can brave the cold more than I am, you can definitely get out and start building. I was just dragging my feet a little bit. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if that said F-Rod or F-Red. I think I said Rod earlier. So F-Red says CH is Confederate Tando Tiando Helvetica, basically Switzerland. Oh, that's cool. I just know of Helvetica as a font. Jomi says, that's awesome. Where should I move to? Burbank or Los Feliz? I want to hike all the time. Well, I'll tell you what. I lived in California for a little bit, but I don't really know where either of those cities are. Burbank sounds familiar. So does Los Feliz, actually. But I'm not sure. I really liked living in the mountains of California because then you could go down to the ocean or to the desert or stay up in the mountains. It was so cool. Cool state. Avery says, will you sing us a Christmas song? No, not right now. Good suggestion though. Rod says, I get to see you, and there is always a wide variety of different conversations, and your beautiful smile. Oh, thank you. Oh, stop. Internet person said, it's so easy to overplan for the van life thing. Lots of van life articles online try to sell you a lot of things that you don't actually need. Yeah, that's so true. Like, if you have a bed and something to cook with, and I guess store your food and store your stuff, I think you're okay. Yeah, I know what you mean. It definitely does get overcomplicated. Zeke, hello, welcome to the chat. Gabe says Los Feliz is by the planetarium, more for cyclists. Oh, cool. All right, my phone is dying. So give me 1 second, you all. Normally, if I was out in my van, I'd have to be like, oh, sorry, got it in the live. But since I'm in a house, we get electricity. So convenient. So nice. Although I am going to have to change my setup a little. Oh no. Before this live, I was like, oh, quick, make everything look neat. So I threw everything, and now you're seeing it anyway. Isn't that just how it always happens? Okay. Bear with me, folks. Bear with me. Okay. We're going to move the lights over here so we can be festive. My aunts gave me these, or my aunt, singular, gave me these lights last year. I had them on my van last year, but this year I left them at my parents' house, so I couldn't have them. Internet person says, shout out to Thomas Edison. Oh yeah, that's our boy. Alrighty, catch back up. Jomi says, what are your 3 most beautiful states you've been to so far from your wonderful travels? Well, I don't know. Top 3 in states. I guess if I had to choose, I would say California, Arizona, and Utah. That being said, I am very partial to the Southwest. I also loved Maine. I also loved South Carolina, the part with the live oak trees and everything. It was so good. Brett says, yes! I agree. Love the Southwest. Lee Lake says, how long until you're back on the road? Well, with this next adventure, I don't know. I'll save that for later. Good question. I'll definitely be making videos this whole time. I'll still be traveling, and I'll still be making videos every week on Wednesday evening is when they come out. So yeah, I can't say exactly when I'll be back on the road yet, but I'll still have videos coming out for sure. And our person, shout out electricity. Shout out Thomas Edison. Yes. Our boy. Oh, I love New Mexico too. That was a great place. Avery said, what did you think about Minnesota? I loved it, except for the mosquitoes, because I was there in the summer. But it was much more, had a lot more forests than the South and like Indiana and stuff. When I say Indiana and stuff, I mean Indiana, Idaho, or not Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Idaho, Ohio, if I can talk, but those states are just above Kentucky, and that's where I spent most of my life growing up and stuff. That's um, mainly Kentucky, but that's the area I'm talking about. And anyway, Minnesota is much more forested than the states that I'm used to, so I thought it was really pretty. And the SHT will also always have a spot in my heart because that was my first solo through hike, and that was an experience unlike any other. Really tough, but very rewarding. Lee Lake says, I'm in Four Corner areas right now. Oh, that's so cool. I haven't been to the Four Corners yet, but I want to. Jomi says, how do you like BetterHelp app? Is it worth the money? I was looking into it a few weeks ago. Well, I'll tell you, actually, during the pandemic, like during 2020, I heard about BetterHelp on a podcast, and I was like, I started signing up thinking it was going to be a free thing. I don't know why, but for some reason I was like, oh, because it's on the internet, it'll be free. And then when I was matched with someone and they were like, okay, $30 a month, I was like, or however many bucks a month. It might have been 30. I don't know where I'm getting that number. But I was like, never mind. I want to unsubscribe from this service. That's not in my budget right now. And they offered financial help. So I don't know if I'm authorized to tell you this, but just like from a friend to a friend, basically, if you feel like BetterHelp is really expensive, maybe reach out to them about financial help and they might be able to help. BetterHelp. Lots of the word help in there. Gabe says, what about Alaska? I don't know. Haven't been to Alaska yet. Avery said, have you been to any natural hot springs or any natural springs in Florida? My fave, Florida is the world capital for a long I don't think I went to any springs when I was in Florida. However, really loved Key West. Not really the like expensive touristiness, but I love snorkeling, and I also love the Everglades. Loved all the beaches when they weren't too crowded. Loved them. Good stuff. Clint says, do you remember that time Bobby Boucher? I do not know what you're talking about, sir. So no, I do not remember. How many of those you had, Maddie? This is my second beer, if that's what you mean. Oh, if you said that when I was tongue-tied and just couldn't talk naming the names of the states, that's just me. That's not the beer. I'm just a weird person. Rod said, are you still going to be doing shorts? Yes, I am. Yeah. Thank you for reminding me. I've been meaning to put out a few shorts a week. It's just so easy to forget. I just made an Instagram reel that I've been meaning to convert into on YouTube. So thank you for reminding me that. Alan First says, hello from Canada. Wish you a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and many beers. Aw, thank you so much. Cheers back. Avery says, Cold Springs, crystal clear. Swim in bottled water. Aw, yeah. Florida's great. Pret says, I grew up in the Panhandle. Oh, cool. Lots of Florida loves. Jorge says, has the beer kicked in? What are you all talking about? Like, this is how I always am. If you haven't seen the tongue-tied side of me yet, I'm glad, because I must have been really doing well in what you've seen of me so far, but I'm just tripping over my words all the time. Romy says, what are your general thoughts on Ukraine versus Russian conflict? Honestly, I don't know enough to speak on it. It seems like Ukraine are the underdogs in this situation. That being said, I don't really know much more than that. Hoping everything gets better. I know it's a big problem. I definitely feel sorry for the people of Ukraine and hope things get better. That being said, I just don't want to say, yeah, this is what we should do, because I'm not an expert on the subject. Priceless says I'm like this always. Yes, thank you. You can vouch for me. You know me in real life. Look, my beer can matches this. Gabe says, Sin. Avery says, do you crack the windows when you sleep for ventilation? No. I've never really done that, and nothing too crazy has ever happened. I just feel like it's gonna be warmer if I don't crack the windows. So, yeah, I've never had a problem with not cracking the windows. Jomi says, what are your favorite top 3 Christmas movies to watch this Blizzard season? Ooh, great question, because a lot of us are going to be stuck inside. I think Elf is my go-to Christmas movie. Really? Shoot, I can't think of any other Christmas movies I like besides Elf, because a lot of them are a little too, I don't know, cheesy for me. I did watch Bad Moms Christmas when it came out. I don't remember anything about it. Oh, yes. Oh, Pretzel says my favorite is Gremlins. I didn't know that's a Christmas movie. That's cool. Clint says every video I've watched she has been like this one. Okay, thanks. Tiny Fairy says, can you touch your nose? I'm a little curious why you want me to. Yes, I can, but first, tell me why. You're concerning me. John says, I know you love traveling, but have you found anywhere you have been that you'd settle down or see going to? Yeah, either Louisville, my hometown, to be around my family, or Flagstaff, Arizona. I just loved it so much. It's near mountains, but it's also like Southwest vibes, and I just love it so much. So either Flagstaff or Louisville, I'd really love. Avery says Christmas Vacation is a good one. Clint says Christmas Story. Cousin Eddie, Christmas Vacation. When I was in college, someone told me to watch that. Then I found a version online. I don't remember much about it though. I know a person's gotta have Polar Express with young Thomas Hanks. Oh yeah. Tiny Fairy says, I'm just playing. Well, what was the joke? I don't get it. I want to be in on it too. Because like a sobriety test. I don't know why I'm coming off as that drunk to you all. Maybe I'm just very, in my other videos, I've been very put together. But, yeah, I'm fine. You guys are silly. Gabe says, is it okay to express my political opinions? Don't want to offend you or viewer base. Well, that's nice of you to say. My thing about my channel is I don't want it to become a place for people to talk down another group of people or talk down me or talk down other people that are on the channel. So, yeah, you can say what you want as long as you're not like, all Russians suck. All Ukrainians suck. You can't say any of that, but like if you're just saying what you can do, like you're fine. I get, yeah. You're good, you're good. I just don't know about it enough to speak on it that much. Rod says, not me, I'm going to the beach. Oh yeah, I bet you are, Rod. Over in Florida. Clint says, I have family around Flagstaff. Beautiful scenery. It sure is. I love it. Clint says, I agree. Christmas Vacation is a great Christmas movie. I guess I'll have to watch it again. You all like it so much. Jomi says, have you ever been to Area 51? Do you believe in aliens? No, I haven't been because it seems like it would just be, I go there and people tell me to leave. So no, I didn't. Jorge, she didn't really love me, bro. What are you talking about? I'm looking back at the conversation. Did I miss something? I don't know. Okay. Jorge, if you want to clarify, I would love to know what you're talking about. John said, I love Flagstaff, currently in Tennessee, but not sure where I'll stay in the long term. Very cool. Presley said, I'll have to take you to Roswell. Oh, that'd be cool. Clint says, you need to watch Just a Classic. Okay. Well, that's settled then. Avery said, do you use a camp stove in public parking lots? Any advice for cooking and washing dishes on the road? Honestly, I hide in plain sight. And what I mean by that is sometimes I'll just go into a parking lot, I'll have my trunk open, and I'll just be working at my camp stove. And I'll try to kind of use my body to block people's view and just look like, oh, that lady's doing something in her trunk, whatever, and just quickly cook something and just hope nobody sees. For washing dishes, I pour water on it right away to start softening it up, and then while I'm eating, or once I'm done eating, I should say, I just swish out whatever food's left in it, throw it on the ground, and then drive away. That's the best advice I can give you. It's not like the best method, I would say, but normally if you just pay attention to what you're doing and look like you're doing whatever in the back of your trunk, maybe changing a baby's diaper, maybe looking for something you lost, you know. No one has said anything to me about it so far. Internet person says, spent 3 months in New Mexico and didn't even see a single alien. Oh my goodness. I am so sorry for that. Catherine said, if possible, visit South Padre, Texas. Gorgeous. Oh, that's cool. I hope I can do a second lap of the U.S. someday. Everyone can go visit Pretz in Albuquerque. Camp soap is good for dishwashing. Oh yeah, that's definitely what I use. Although I started just using just water because I was like, well, it's just me, so germs don't really matter as much. And the more soap you use, the more water you have to use rinsing it off. So that's kind of how I started just using water. Roger, BBB Yips, as in Ypsilant. He says, hi, Maddie, hi, welcome, glad you're here. Oh, Clint's been to South Padre too, cool. Avery says, have you ever grilled a steak or hamburger or bacon, or do you just make a quick bagel? I'm not a big meat eater, so I haven't done that stuff. I do like veggie burgers though, and that stuff, I just heat up over a stove. It's pretty simple, and that's kind of what I like about it too, because like if my fridge loses power for a few hours, or if I don't quite get it heated up all the way, I'm not really concerned about getting salmonella or anything, because I'm not used to or I'm not worried about getting salmonella because it's not actual meat. Where were we? Well, a shout out to Galveston, Texas. Very cool. What advice do you have for people who are afraid to speak as confidently as you do in front of camera? Well, my advice to you is to go back and click from my homepage, go to videos and scroll all the way back to my first videos, because I was very, a lot of them were just of nature and not of me, but it's been so long of me getting used to it, and I think making a goal for myself to have one video come out every week definitely helped, because that kind of lit a fire under my ass to be like, I'm gonna get a video out maybe I'm not perfectly satisfied with how I look on camera, but it's gonna be good enough. And really, I don't know. Honestly, I wouldn't say I'm the most super confident person now either. I'm just doing it anyway. Feel the fear and do it anyway. That's what I always tell myself. Roger says Roger has some cool alien stuff in their town, an actual alien museum. Ah, very cool. Sarah says, happy holidays, Maddie. Thank you. Same to you. Jorge says, how do we feel about hush puppies? Jorge, you still haven't clarified what you meant earlier, but I love hush puppies. They're amazing. Oh, truth or consequences. I remember driving past that. That is a great name. Cool. Internet person says, yeah, that UFO museum is dope. I try to steer clear of touristy stuff, but that was $20 well spent. Oh my goodness, that's so exciting. I'll have to put it on my list for next time then. Catherine's been to Galveston too. Very nice. Man, y'all are so fast with these comments. I'm so behind. Johnny Z, welcome to the chat. Catherine says, you're beautiful. Oh, thank you so much. Avery says, have you been to Sea Rock City and Lookout Mountain? No, I haven't. But in the neighborhood I was growing up in, someone had a birdhouse that said Sea Rock City. So I'm very curious about that. Lookout Mountain. No, what state is that in? Jomi says, what are your top 3 favorite books of all time? Oh my goodness, hard question. Well, I wouldn't recommend it to everyone because some people would really not like it, but the book The Red Tent by Anita Diamante, it is about characters in the Old Testament and like a retelling of their story. So, it's definitely, because of that, it's not for everyone, if you're very much not religious or something, because it is about Old Testament characters and like the Bible and stuff. Some people also might be grossed out by it. But anyway, the reason I like it is because it's a story of someone's life from before she was born to like after she died and like growing up, and like it's just a really cool book because it tells the story of someone's entire life instead of just a part of their life. Let's see, what are some other favorite books? Oh, I don't know. Oh, my favorite author is Liane Moriarty. She's an Australian author, and her books are just really interesting. She's wrote Big Little Lies, 9 Perfect Strangers, both of which got turned into TV series, and yeah, she's really good. Those books are the most easy for me to read because they're just so interesting. That was only 2 books, but I can't think of any more. Avery says, have you ever spread salted butter on top of peanut butter? No, I haven't. That's interesting. Ellen first says, do you think of van lifing in other countries? Yeah, definitely. It would definitely be cool. There would just be a lot of legwork to do. Maybe someday, though. Maybe someday, especially because I already have a van that's built out. So, yeah, that would be a great idea. Rod says, what are your 3 biggest do not do's in van life? Do not leave your keys in a different area every time. If you leave your keys in the same place every time, you always know where they are. And 1, it's just practical because like if you need them to go somewhere, and 2, if you need to set off your car alarm, if you feel like there's someone outside of your van and you're feeling nervous, that's always my first step of every like this situation is not okay plan. What else? I don't know. Just like I guess there's really no wrong way to van life. At first, I was thinking, like, don't spend more money than you need, but some people like to have extra space and stuff like that. Yeah, it's hard to say. Other than that, just life is whatever you make it, and so is van life. So, other than safety, it's really up to you. Oh, Merry Christmas, Amy. Thanks for stopping by. Mama Muffin. Potato chips on top of peanut butter is great. Oh, have you had that? That sounds interesting. Avery says, Sea Rock City, Tennessee. Amazing tourist hike. Views of multiple states. Arches. In Tennessee? How cool. Oh, goodness. I have to remember that. Pretzel loves Nine Perfect Strangers. Yes, me too. I'm so glad you like it. Internet person says, I like Stephen King when I want to get a little spooked. Oh, that sounds fun. I personally do not like getting scared, so not for me, but sounds cool. Roger says, if you get out west of Denver, check out the Red Rocks Amphitheater. Oh, I've been there. When I lived in Colorado for a little bit, and I just took a little tour of Red Rocks, just walked around it, didn't see any shows, but yeah, cool place. Pretzel says, yes, Shining is one of my faves. Romy says, you believe in John 3:16. John 3:16, for all those who aren't Catholic, or I should say Christian, is for God so loved the world that he gave his only son, so that all those that believe in him might not perish but might have eternal life. That being said, my personal views is that who really knows what is going on in the grand scheme of the universe? And it's not like I think that, oh, I just don't know yet. Like someone else could tell me and then I would know. I think that it's just beyond human understanding. And I think the need to find answers in the universe is probably more human nature than it is a divine calling. I don't think we need to get it all figured out in our lifetime. And that's just what I think. So, do I believe in John 3:16? Maybe not. But that being said, what do I know? It could be anything. The world is a mystery. So many good questions tonight, you all. Thank you. Johnny C says, nobody eats potato chips on peanut butter, do they? Jorge says, I'm just feeling the feels, but do you believe in life after love? Like the song. Yes, Jorge, I definitely think there is life after love. I think our society is kind of gears people up to think that falling in love, finding love, getting married is one of the best things you can do, such a life accomplishment, but that's not everybody's life path. Just as not having a career is everybody's life path. Some people just work a job to get money and survive instead of this big, everyone has a dream job thing that a lot of us were taught as kids. So yes, I definitely believe in life after love. Oh yeah. Roger says, I think she would like the Natural Underground Lake. Oh, that sounds amazing. I can't wait to keep traveling more, you all. There is just so much good stuff out there. Catherine said, would you get a bigger van? No, because I save so much money having the van I have, and I don't need more space. I am content. I just cook outside, and that makes my, if I had a van with a kitchen, then I would be trying to go to sleep and it would smell like what I had for dinner. With cooking outside, all the smell blows away. And yeah, I just like having a small van. You don't really need a lot of space, I think. Oh, Clint says, don't trash places up. Oh yeah, definitely. Going back to the van life events or van life do not do's, yes, definitely. Gotta pack it in, pack it out. That is definitely such a sad thing to get to a campsite and it's all trashed. Yeah. Good reminder. Sorry, you guys. I'm very bad at getting back to all these questions. Tony Baby says, is it snowing where you are? Can you show us outside the window? Oh, good question. We can go to the window together. I don't know if we're going to see anything, but it might be fun. It's like a field trip. Oh, this makes me miss being in my van and showing. Do you all see anything? But it makes me miss being in my van and being like, hey, I'm at this campsite. Watch the sunset with me. Oh, man. It's only been a few days since I've been in my van, and I miss it already. Alrighty, Avery says, I like Cheetos on PB&J. Oh, my goodness. Y'all are crazy with these sandwich ingredients. Ryder says, Maddie, in Sweetwater, Tennessee, they have the largest underground lake. Oh, that sounds awesome. Pretzel agrees with me. Thank you, thank you. Deep thoughts on the universe. Fred said, I love to travel across the U.S. in my van. I van life in West Virginia. Oh, no. I van life in a Volkswagen V61 Transport. I've heard you don't get them in the U.S. I don't really know car models, but I don't think so. Tiny Fairy, my parents actually are watching, but yeah, in a video that's gonna be in like January, I show what I got them. And if you are my parents while you're watching, that's a hint for what I got you. What do you think it's gonna be? Gabe said, just go with the flow. Catherine says, awesome. I have the same van. Oh, good. Internet person, we've all seen too many rom-coms. Yes. And like, I get that like the love storyline is a good plot, but it also makes us think like if it's not something that's happening in your life, then that's something that's wrong with you. When in reality, it's just, it makes a good story. And that's why we see it so much. Avery says, yes, I believe in the Bible is true. History, salvation, the creator of the universe explaining the truth and us believing Jesus is the only way to heaven. All right, cool. Glad you found something to believe in. Window time. Oh, it wasn't too exciting, huh? David said, how would your past year been different if you traveled with a friend or partner rather than solo? Well, I don't know, because that would really depend on who it was, you know? I don't have friends that can travel with me. I don't have a partner. So it's hard to picture that because it would just all depend on who this person was. Hopefully, if I was letting them travel with me, it would still be, I don't know. If I was traveling with someone, I would make sure they would not make me feel bad when stuff goes wrong. They would be open to new things. They would, you know, let me go for a run after going on a hike or just whatever I wanted to do. Yeah. So it would just depend on the person. Good question, though. Ryder said, yes, it is snowing where you are. I am in southeastern Michigan, and it is raining right now. Jomi, I'm really glad that you found a religion that works for you. However, what I believe works for me, so I don't want to keep talking about what works for you, you know? Thank you for trying to spread what you believe in, but that is just not the right place for that. Pretzel says, love that Maddie's parents are here. Yes, love that too. It's so much fun. I have my parents and my brothers are involved in my YouTube, and it's so fun that we're all here together. Aw, thank you so much for the beer stipend. Happy solstice or solstice to you too. Jorge says, bro, anyone see Bigfoot out there? Oh my gosh. Jorge, were you there on that one chat? I was in Montana and they've changed their username. I know who they are, but I'm not going to say it. They're not in this chat. But anyway, I was showing the background and someone said, did y'all see that coyote? And I was like, okay, did you really see a coyote? And I got nervous. And then eventually they were like, no, it wasn't there. And the whole chat was like, that's lame. But it was so funny. They just meant it as a joke, but still. It was a funny circumstance. Roger said, it means you have okay. So Avery said, okay. Like I said, I'm glad you all have found a faith you believe in. Not all of us here believe in that, so let's talk about something else. Catherine said, would you get a dog, a cat? No, because I am not going to live in my van consistently. I might travel internationally. I might do some through hikes like I did this past year. And with that, I would have to figure out what to do with my pet. So it's just not a practical thing for me in my life. So no pets for me. Oh, Brian from Michigan. Hello. Welcome to the chat. Tiny Fairy, have you ever thought about dating an adventurous YouTuber? It would be cool for sure, but I think I would need to get to know someone in person. Just because, I don't know, just texting and like trying to get to know someone online just feels so unnatural to me. It would be cool though. It would be cool, especially like we could, like having someone help me with my videos would be so nice. Oh man, I'm so behind on all these comments, you all. I'm sorry. David said, I'm sure already asked, but what are your top 5 beers from your 48 states journey? No one's asked me my top 5. People have asked my favorite, which was the Sour in Connecticut. By the way, I did make a video about all the beers as a whole. If that's a topic you're interested in, that was just posted 2 videos ago. I really liked the sour I had in Oklahoma. I really liked the New England IPA. Or no, it was just a normal IPA in Rhode Island though, but it tasted like Sunny D orange juice. Delicious. That's 3. I don't know. Other than that, not that many are standing out to me. Yeah, I can only name that 3 as my favorite. I guess I really liked the New Hampshire beer, which was an NE IPA. The Kentucky beer I had, Survive by Country Boy Brewing, which is like the song, a country boy can survive. It was literally served in a can. That was cool, but I think it was really good because I just came back from my first like couple day backpacking trip, and that was amazing. So yeah, hard to name a top 5. Clint said, never seen Bigfoot, but I have seen El Chupacabra. Oh, tell us about that. You saw him in real life? Rod said, yes, he was at the Christmas party earlier. Roger said, do you watch other van life YouTubers? Sort of. I try to watch a variety of people, and it's mostly I'm watching them and thinking about how are they telling this story? How are they filming? How are they doing the lighting? How are they doing the editing? Oh, right. Pretzel, thank you so much. Very much appreciated. Thank you, friend. Yeah, thanks, Pretzel. What a kind soul. I was on a question though. No, I don't really watch many other van life YouTubers. I watch Cody and Victoria, I guess, is my main van life people that I watch, but they also do like hiking and stuff. And Kara and Nate when they were in a van. David said, all-time top campsite. Oh, that's so hard. I guess it would be the Rhode Island one. I was in the second night of my Rhode Island trip. I was at a place where it was next to the ocean, so I could hear the waves, and in the morning I saw a seal. So that was a very incredible experience. New Mexico has many, what are they called, cryptids. Roger says, Maddie, I know you like the UP Michigan beer a lot. Oh yeah, I forgot about that one, but it was good. I really liked the food I had in Michigan, in the UP. Pasty, I think it was. Glenn said he tried to steal my wallet. Are you talking about the cryptids? And our person says, can't walk 20 feet in New Mexico with running out into those Dangla Yorandas. I tell you what, don't get me started on the chupacabras. Oh yeah, Tiny Fairy, I was in the Albina video at the Tiny House convention. Oh, that's so cool that you saw me and recognized me. Yeah. I wasn't really prepared to be on camera. In fact, it was like when she filmed that. Oh yeah, just context for everyone. Someone named I forget her name, but Abia Bina is a fellow YouTuber, and she was at Tiny Fest, which I was at the first week in December, and she filmed my van a little bit, but I wasn't really prepared to speak on camera at first, so I was very like awkward, like here's this and here's this, so not my best moment, but it was cool to be on someone else's channel. That was nice of her to feature me. Jorge says, the world wants to know, when you get your hair all straightened, what shampoo and conditioner you use. Well, thank you for asking. I know a lot of people out there have been wondering about my hair, so I'm very, very glad to clear up all these questions people have been having. I use whatever shampoo is available at the time. Hotel shampoo. If I'm visiting a friend, the shampoo that's at their house. Tiny Fairy thought I was great in that video. Thank you. Because I didn't feel like it. But back to the hair care. The point of this whole live, I mean. What shampoo do I use? None. That's my secret. You don't actually, well, my hair, I can work out the tangles without conditioner most of the time. Sometimes if my hair, like if I go swimming, I might use a little conditioner, but most of the time I don't use conditioner, and my hair hasn't been like, it doesn't feel different because of it. Roger says, Maddie, you have to let me know if you ever get to Michigan again so I can get you a vacuum packed food, I promise. Oh yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, for sure. I'm thinking if I do a lap around the US again, when I started my journey 2 years ago, 1.5 years ago, I really didn't have as much of people following me online to do this, but what I would love to do is have like a Google form that you fill out, and you can say what state you're from and what you recommend doing in that state, because then I could look it up and be like, okay, I'm headed to this place next. Okay, this person says I should go here. I should try this food. I should try this beer. And it would be so much more of an interactive experience. I thought about doing that on this first lap, but a lot of times it would just be like a person in the comments being like, you should do this in this state, and I'm being like, okay, can you remind me when I get to that area? And then like that was the only video that person ever watched, so they didn't remind me, but that's okay. Clint says, my hair is so oily, I'm afraid the US government is going to invade and liberate it. Oh, burn on US dependency for oil. Yeah, dude, my hair is really oily too right now. What I try not to take a shower every day because one, live in a van is just impractical. I'm glad you all thought that was funny. It was a good joke. It was a good joke of Clint. But, yeah. Roger said, I have a beer for you to try. I tried it in 1987 in Bora Bora. That sounds exciting. It is a Tahitian beer. Yes, they make your own and can actually order it. Oh, how cool. Man, I just love beer from all over the world. It's so cool. I can't wait to keep traveling and keep trying beer. And a lot of places have it. Sometimes it's not part of some countries' culture, but sometimes. Tiny Fury says, do you have a P.O. box so we can send you stuff? No, I don't. I used to have one for a short little time, but that ended up not working out. So no, I don't have one anymore. I'm sorry. Pretzel said, I have mini from Bosque Brewing for you at your next visit. Oh, cool. That's awesome. Yes, lots of good beers to try all around. Roger said, Maddie, when I am on the road, I shower every other day. Down your truck stops, $1.15 for each shower. I know. Yes, truck stops are not not the money-saving way to go. Yep. I usually end up going to Planet Fitnesses. Yeah, that's my shower go-to. I have been really lucky to visit people. When I was on my road trip, I visited people a lot and took showers there. And a person says, I'd take a sponge bath and a storm drain before I pay $15 for a shower. Yeah. One time, let's see, where was it? I know it was in Arizona. It might have been near Flagstaff. There was this place that was $15 for a shower, but they had a bathtub and it was no time limit. So it was like $15, but for a very luxurious shower or bath, or, you know, you could just lollygag. I know that's like a bummer part of being on the road for me, is taking showers somewhere where you have to like, okay, get out of the shower, get your hair combed, get your fingernails clipped, get your stuff packed up, get back in your van, hang up your towel. And like when I'm in a house and I take a shower, you just wrap yourself in a towel, lay on your bed, and just look at your phone for a while. And it's so relaxing. Roger said it was probably it was Little America Truck Stop. I knew it had America in the name. Oh, Mr. Ryan, good evening from Phoenix, Arizona. Bro, we were just talking about Arizona. I was there for a really long time after my big road trip. Hung out in the Phoenix area. I was in Apache Junction for a while. That was nice because there was a campsite with a 15 minutes or 10 minutes drive into town, and then there was a public library that I worked at a lot doing my documentary and all. And yeah, it's a nice place. And that person said, never been a better time to take a 12-hour bath. I don't know about that. That seems a little excessive. I think I would get kind of bored in there after a while. But I get what you're saying. Alrighty, y'all. I do need to go and eat something tonight. Do you all have any last minute questions or things to chat about before we end this live? I hope you all are doing well. Hope you have a good evening tonight. Roger said Little America has a truck stop in Wyoming. Exit. Yeah, okay. Sounds good. Beer stipend for Santa. Cool. Apache Junction, what's your function? Like Conjunction Junction from Schoolhouse Rock. I haven't been since October, but we'll be traveling. Oh, very cool. Love it. Pretzel says, peace and love, friends. So glad we got to hang out with all these awesome people too. Yeah, thank you so much. Oh, I love you being here, Pretzel. Thanks for joining us. Roger says, Maddie, have a Merry Christmas. Thank you very much. Catherine, I have been to Buc-ee's. I know this whole life I've been like, I lived in Colorado and California. I also lived in Texas. So yes, I've been to Buc-ee's. It was a good place. Roger, AK Rambler, thank you for the beer stipend. I was wondering what you meant a little earlier, but thank you so much for that. I'll make sure that beer gets passed on to Santa. Thank you very much. Clint, good evening. Yeah, it's been fun having you, man. Happy holidays to all. Alan first says Merry Christmas to all the Van Lifers community. Aw, thank you. Cheers back. Susan said, I'm worried about you traveling in this winter storm. Well, don't worry. I'm in a house. I'm not going anywhere. I came back. I finished my journey up on Saturday night, and I'm going to be in my hometown for a few months. So, no need to be concerned, Susan. I'm safe and warm. But I'm sure there's plenty of other people out there that are still in their vans. In fact, I'm sure there's people in this chat right now that are in their vans for the next couple of days. So y'all stay warm. If you need anything, let me know. Remember to use your car's heater if need be. Bundle up, tuck your shirt tail in, tuck your pants into your socks. Bye, internet person. Merry Chrysler. Best life ever. Oh, thank you so much. Rod says, Merry Christmas to you and your family. Aw, thank you. Yeah, my hometown is near Louisville, Kentucky. The Bluegrass State. Possibility City. Alrighty, you all. Have a good night, everyone, and thank you so much for joining me. Love you. Appreciate you. Hope y'all